Thanks, Scientist Mike. Thanks for joining us, man. Want to start off right off in the bat. I really enjoyed that talk that you and Garrison and Brianna did with Uncut a few months ago. And I just want to ask you, how do you think you might be able to, if you have interest in using your platform as a student athlete and as a well-seen student athlete, to kind of try to promote some of the change and speak out on what's going on right now as far as, the social justice issues in our country?
Definitely. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Ever since that talk, it's been. I feel like, and even before that, I feel like I've had a platform to try to do some different things with it, whether it's on the internet or in real life. But we prefer real life. Me and my brother just had a protest last week in our own town, and just being able to educate people on things that Black people go through, and understanding that these protests that Colin Kaepernick was doing, and many others were doing, it's not about an American flag. It's about people in America being treated unjustly and unfairly, and it's never been about that. So, just me personally, to answer your question, like, it would be of great interest, to try and do some more things like that.
And just a quick follow-up is Coach Brown, one of the things that he and Sam both talked about is that you guys have had open communication, open dialogue about some of your concerns and what you guys are seeing. Is that something you would talk about, maybe not just taking a knee, but being involved in protests and, doing your part to kind of speak out against some of these things?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, especially just, we have had that dialogue, and it's been really good so far. I think, the objective is, once it started, is to keep it going. And I think that's our next challenge is everybody, Black Lives Matter, everything like that, for like the week or two when it was popular. But now that it's died down, do they still matter? Is the real question. And the answer should be yes, and the answer should never change. So, but I'm glad that it got some of the attention that it got, because it's so important. And like, this is like our lives on the line, and like a lot of college football and a lot of college athletics is Black. So I just think that athletes across the world, and especially like across the college football landscape, where it's a interesting dynamic, because we have a lot more power than a lot of players think we do, or like a lot of fans think we do, or even the coaches think we do. And so it's just about using it for good.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Good, Mike. Go to Andrew Jones. Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Michael. Appreciate you taking the time to do this. Real hard-hitting stuff here. I'm going to have to ask about your hair. What went into the decision-making to go ahead and cut it off? And just curious, but at any time in your career were you ever tackled by your hair, kind of brought down and someone grabbed a clump of your hair?
Well, to answer the first question, I had been saying I was going to cut my hair for like 4 months before I did it. And one day, but I was always like, oh, I'm going to wait till I go home to see my barber to do it, because, it's more of a loyalty thing, So I went home and I did it, and I was planning on cutting my hair, really, honestly, probably since like October, November, probably October. I was like, man, I'm cutting it. And then, so it was just a matter of time. And then I can't remember getting tackled by my hair, to be honest. I've been horse collared and they grabbed my hair, but it's not like they actually like yanked my hair out like they've done to other players. So,
does the new look kind of symbolize something for you? This is your last time around at Carolina, and you're playing for what you guys have in store this year, but there are opportunities for you after you leave. Does it kind of symbolize something to you?
No, it's just a haircut, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to cut it. Just like you get your haircut, just want to get my haircut.
Could have had a good story there if you came up with something good,
I could have, but I didn't want to lie, what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You'll get nothing but honesty from Michael Carter. I can guarantee you that. Jonathan, you are up.
So, first of all, I feel you on that loyalty of your barber.
Definitely. You know what I'm talking about. You know how.
I feel you. Let me ask you, when you, I asked Taman this, when you saw the video of George Floyd's death, how do you recall that affecting you And how did you let maybe any past experience guide how you moved forward?
Yeah. To be honest with you, man, like I feel the chills through my body again. Like it took me a couple times to watch the video, because the first time it's like I'm watching this video and you know exactly what's about to happen, and I had to pause the video. Like I stopped watching. I was like, no, I'm good. But then I had to, kind of bring myself to it. Like I kind of felt like I had to watch it, because if I didn't, I would have just been trying to numb the feeling of it. And personally, when I'm looking on the ground, like I'm looking at George Floyd on the ground, and I saw another video. It's like a different angle. It's two more people on his leg. So it's like one guy on his neck and two guys on his leg. And it's just the whole time, like, it's hard for me to watch another grown man call for his mom. Like, that's primitive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he knew he was already probably almost dead by then, if not dead. And that's just, it's really sad for me to watch. And it's trauma. Like, it feels like real trauma, like, because I see my own dad, and I see like my uncles, and I see my coach, and I see my brothers, and I see myself within George Floyd, and I think that within all of that is where it just feels. I felt so much like pain, and it felt like an act of terror as I was watching it.
I appreciate it.
Good, Jonathan?
Thank you.
You're good.
Good. Landon, you're up.
What's up, Mike? How you doing today?
What up, Landon?
Not much. So I know you're a people person, so I just want to ask you, what has social distancing looked like for you inside and outside the facility?
Yeah, definitely. Me and my brothers, we have like we didn't really get out too much, just kind of assuming that we was all healthy, and because like we didn't even know, but I feel like if we would have came home and somebody got sick, we would have known. But after a while, it was really, going to the Walmart. I got my mask on. I wore a mask. I wore a mask a lot. I had a mask before I got here, but big credit to the football staff. They gave us a couple extra masks. So I will say it's a little bit different from Florida, as it is in North Carolina, where some places you didn't even need a mask to get inside. And that's probably because like the area that I was in wasn't really suffering from as many cases. But I think we only had like 58 when I was leaving. It was in the from like 58 to 200 range, but it was still less than like this area. So people wasn't really wearing masks too often. Like some people would, but I come back here and I went to the Target the other day. I'm not even allowed to go inside without one. And there's a lot of places like that. So to be honest, I feel a lot better being up here. So.
And then now too, with everyone on the team starting to get back with more players, do you like as a leader, reach out to other guys and like make sure like we're not close to each other, like inside the facility, outside the facility?
Definitely. And I think it's just, and it's kind of scary because no matter where you go, you got to have it on, and you're still at risk, So I just think that it's reaching out to each other and trying to make sure nobody gets sick, and trying to make sure everybody stays safe. That way we can play this fall, because that's what everybody wants to do.
That's it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Lan.
Thanks, Landon. Gregory, we're on to you. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike. Heading into your last season, and last year and this year, talking to Sam and Tamon and some of your teammates, what really stands out about what they say about you is your leadership. So I was just wondering, what does it mean to you to be one of the main leaders of the Tar Heels?
Yeah, Sam and Tamon are both leaders in themselves, so in their own right, and so I appreciate that. Especially coming from them too. I feel the same way about them. And to answer your question, to be a person that people can come to, or that has the ability to the influence positively is just like a big deal to me because it means that my peers respect me. And I think respect is a huge thing. And I feel like they know that if something ever goes wrong, like I got their back, whether it's they miss a play or they fall down or they need help with homework or they need help moving or anything. Like, I just feel like it's the friendship, like it's the bond, it's the family, you know. So, and like, you know, that does translate into some leadership, but I just feel like it's more about being there for your teammates and friends off the field.
Taman, I asked him what it was like to try to tackle you. And he described you as slippery.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you what it was like to be tackled by Taman.
Yeah, Taman's one of those guys where if he grabs you, the play's over. So I would definitely say he got some strong hands and he used them well. But I would describe his tackling as physical because he likes to throw people around, a lot like Chaz.
And then lastly, what are your expectations for the offense this year?
Yeah, the most, like, whatever we can do to help the team win. Like, literally, like, I just feel like we have so many good players on offense, and we have such good depth on offense. And really, we can do if we we work at it. I feel like we'll be able to control games and do things like that, have fun. Like, my main thing is just I want us to have fun and just put points up because that's what's fun about offense is just like a dominance. Yeah, a lot like some of the great teams have done in the past.
So like a lot, like every game, like what y'all did to Temple last year.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I would agree, Mike. That would be fun. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have some fun with it.
Anything else for Michael Carter? You guys all good? All righty, Michael. Appreciate your time. I don't know